शॉप वगैरह आए थे उस टाइम पे, दे वर क्वाइट वेरी पॉपुलर। व्हाई डू यू थिंक कि अब इतना ज़्यादा डिप आ गया है?
So shift one is that obviously TV is dying. So the TV viewership is going down, and the time that we spend today on mobile phone is far higher than what we spend on TV.
आपकी जैसे कि बहुत सारी कैटेगरीज में ट्रिमर्स एंड ऑल है, ट्रिमर बट आप यूज़ तो कर नहीं सकते।
Okay, so yeah, coming from a Sikh religion,
हाँ,
I don't use trimmers and shavers,
हाँ,
obviously,
हाँ,
but it also prevents me from, I call it a founder's, dilemma, personal, you know, liking and disliking. And usually founders push their personal likings and dislikings to their consumers. कि मुझे अच्छा लग रहा है तो ये मैं लॉन्च करता हूँ बिकॉज दूसरों को भी अच्छा लगेगा.
यू आर रनिंग इन अ इंडस्ट्री जहाँ पे कॉम्पिटिटर्स बहुत बड़े बड़े, लाइक देयर इज फिलिप्स, देयर इज डाइसन, यू आर मेकिंग प्रोडक्ट्स एक्चुअली में उनसे बेटर हैं, उनसे अच्छे हैं, प्राइस पॉइंट एक अफोर्डेबिलिटी है और ये सारा चीज़ वो आप कैसे कर रहे हैं?
There was no second or third or fourth brand. A lot of these FMCG brands have got into this space. You know, जिनका core is maybe beard oils, beard creams, perfumes.
मतलब
But
कि अगर मैं, मेरे बाल गीले हैं और मैं हेयर ड्राई करने लगी आपके प्रोडक्ट के साथ, तो कितनी देर में मेरे बाल सूखेंगे?
तो अगर आपका ट्रेडिशनल हेयर ड्रायर से अगर आपके बाल 10 मिनट में सूखेंगे तो इससे 5 मिनट में या 4 मिनट में सूख जाएंगे.
ओह, सो वन थिंग यू वांट टू चेंज इन दिस वर्ल्ड, व्हाट वुड इट बी? हे, आई एम वर्णिका गुप्ता, को फाउंडर ऑफ सोशल बर्ड, और आज मेरे साथ है इंदर, फाउंडर ऑफ एयरलक्स। इन्होंने 20+ ईयर्स का एक्सपीरियंस लेकर इनालसा, सैमसंग, होम शॉप 18 और नापतोल जैसी बड़ी कंपनीज में काम किया, सेल्स, मार्केटिंग और प्रोडक्ट स्ट्रैटेजी का एक स्ट्रॉन्ग फाउंडेशन बिल्ड किया और फिर उन्होंने अपनी इंडस्ट्री एक्सपर्टीज़ को नेक्स्ट स्टेप पर ले जाते हुए अपना खुद का वेंचर यानी एयरलक्स शुरू किया। आज हम उनके एंटरप्रेन्योर जर्नी, उनके बिगेस्ट लर्निंग्स और एयरलक्स के विजन के बारे में बात करेंगे। सो लेट्स टेक अ डाइव। सो इंदर, आपकी जर्नी कैसे स्टार्ट हुई फॉर एयरलक्स? मतलब कि पर्टिकुलरली आपने जैसे बताया आप जम्मू से पले बड़े हैं, तो जम्मू में आपकी लाइफ कैसी थी?
जम्मू में अगर मैं अपनी चाइल्डहुड की बात करूँ तो आई वाज अ वेरी डिसिप्लिन्ड चाइल्ड, particularly because my dad was an economist and he used to teach in University of Jammu. तो मेरी मोस्टली जितने भी टीचर्स या मेरे प्रिंसिपल्स होते थे वो मेरे डैड के स्टूडेंट्स होते थे. तो आई वाज पॉपुलरली नोन एज प्रोफेसर साहब का मुंडा. तो तो आई वाज फेयरली डिसिप्लिन्ड. ऑफिस या अपना स्कूल में कॉलेज में कुछ भी होता था तो मेरे घर पहुंचने से पहले ही मेरी
खबर आ
रिपोर्ट कार्ड जो
जाती।
थी वो घर पे पहुंची होती थी. तो दैट इज हाउ माय चाइल्डहुड वाज.
आप लोग कितने सिबलिंग्स हो?
आई हैव अ सिस्टर.
यू हैव अ सिस्टर, एंड व्हाट डज योर सिस्टर डू?
शी इज अ डॉक्टर.
ओह, शी इज अ डॉक्टर। नाइस। सो डॉक्टर हैं, इकोनॉमिस्ट है, यू टोल्ड अबाउट योर मदर आल्सो जो कि प्रिंसिपल थी। पूरा ही एक टीचिंग लाइन, एजुकेशन लाइन, फिर उस एजुकेशन लाइन से बिजनेस लाइन में कैसे आना हुआ?
सो मेरी जो मेरा करियर गोल था वो तो कुछ ऐसा ही था कि व्हेन वी वर डूइंग आवर ग्रेजुएशन एंड ऑल, उस समय एमसीए, मास्टर्स इन कंप्यूटर एप्लीकेशन,
हाँ जी।
that used to be the most wanted kind of a degree.
हम्म।
So after I did my graduation in electronics, I
हम्म।
obviously gave entrance examination for both MBA and MCA. तो एम यही था कि एमसीए करेंगे, इंजीनियर बनेंगे या कंप्यूटर एप्लीकेशंस, टेलीकम्युनिकेशन वाज अ वेरी बिग थिंग एट दैट पॉइंट इन टाइम. तो एम ये था कि आई गेट इनटू दैट. Thankfully, both the entrance exams got cleared, and coincidentally, MBA की क्लासेस MCA से एक महीना पहले स्टार्ट होती थी.
हम्म।
तो माय डैड सेड कि यू नो घर पे बैठ के क्या करोगे, यू रादर गो एंड स्टडी एंड स्टार्ट डूइंग समथिंग इन द MBA डिपार्टमेंट, और जब MCA की क्लासेस स्टार्ट हो तो यहाँ पे एडमिशन ले लेना. तो मैंने MBA की क्लासेस पढ़नी शुरू करी, और वो एक महीने में आई रियली लाइक्ड द जो लीगल एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ बिजनेस की जो क्लासेस होती थी, कंज्यूमर बिहेवियर, ऑल दीज थिंग्स, आई स्टार्टेड लाइकिंग व्हाट आई वाज लर्निंग. So I told my dad ki, do you mind if I continue pursuing my MBA rather than getting into the computer field and all. So he was kind enough to accept my this thing. So that is how I got into management of business administration. Then I started by doing my job. Uh,
सो
and
उस पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट पे आप एमबीए कहाँ से कर रहे थे?
Jammu University से.
जम्मू यूनिवर्सिटी से, तब तक आप जम्मू में ही थे। फिर
Yeah.
दिल्ली कैसे शिफ्ट होना हुआ?
So, being the only son of my parents,
हुँ,
I was never allowed to come out, and because as I told you, my dad was a professor, तो सारे teachers और सब लोग
हुँ,
उनको जानते थे। तो मेरे father को ये लगता था कि बेटा अगर अपनी नज़रों के सामने ही अगर पढ़े बड़ा हो,
तो बिगड़ेगा
तो
भी नहीं।
बिगड़ेगा भी नहीं, और प्लस पढ़ाई में भी वो नज़र रखते थे और सब करते थे। तो that is how the entire schooling and college and everything else happened from Jammu. बट जब एमबीए हुआ तो जम्मू बीइंग अ स्मॉल town, and at that point in time there were not too many opportunities also there.
हुँ,
So then me and my friend, we decided to come to Delhi.
हुँ,
And उस समय क्लासिफाइड का एक कॉलम आता था न्यूज़पेपर्स में।
हुँ,
कैंपस प्लेसमेंट्स इतनी ज़्यादा नहीं होती थी, तो हम
हुँ,
वो क्लासिफाइड्स में एड्स में देखते थे वैकेंसीज.
हुँ,
So there was this brand called Maharaja White Line,
हुँ,
and they had a requirement for product management executives.
हुँ,
So both of us, we went there,
हुँ,
and thankfully we got recruited there. So
हुँ,
that was my first job in
हुँ,
Delhi with Maharaja White Line, which was an appliance company. And from Maharaja, then I used to report into a vice president who moved to Inalsa Appliances.
हुँ,
And he offered me, he said ki, would you want to come with me and come and join Inalsa?
हुँ,
So I said ki, the first boss is usually like your godfather.
हुँ,
You get to learn after your MBA. You are this, he's somebody who's giving you that real experience of life. तो सो आई सेड ऑफ कोर्स बॉस, आई विल कम विद यू, आप बताओ कैसे करना है. तो ही गेव मी एन अपॉर्चुनिटी. ही सेड कि देखो, मार्केटिंग में जाना है,
हुँ,
एसी ऑफिस में बैठना है, और वो सब एडवर्टाइजिंग और ये सब चीज़ें देखनी है, तो तुम बता दो. और अगर तुम्हें सेल्स में जाना है
हुँ,
तो बता दो. तो मैंने बोला आप क्या सजेस्ट करते हो? तो ही सेड कि देखो, अगर तुम्हें बिजनेस एक ट्रू सेंस में अगर सीखना है तो यू शुड स्टार्ट विद सेल्स.
हुँ,
So then I said, okay, as you say. So he said, okay, I'll post you in Amritsar,
हुँ,
and you take care of Punjab and some part of J&K,
हुँ,
and you'll also get to visit your home,
हुँ,
once in a while. And that is how my sales experience of,
स्टार्टेड।
appliances started.
जब आपने इनालसा में सेल्स में शिफ्ट किया एंड पहले आप जम्मू में थे, जम्मू से फिर दिल्ली आए, फिर उसके बाद अमृतसर। स्टार्टिंग में सेल्स करना, वो कॉलिंग्स करना या डी टू डी जाना बहुत डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है। तो हाउ वाज़ योर एक्सपीरियंस देयर?
No, experience was fantastic actually. Amritsar is a great place to work
हुँ,
actually.
हुँ,
In fact, the entire Punjab, because people are so inviting there. Yeah,
हुँ,
you don't feel as if you've come from a
हुँ,
different town or a different city. So whenever I used to go to meet the dealers, and तो अगर किसी के पास order नहीं भी होता था ना, तो आपको पूरी इज्जत वहाँ पे मिलती है. They'll call for a tea and they'll give you proper respect. And thankfully, the people whom I worked there with, my distributors and everybody, they were all fantastic people. तो कभी ऐसा लगा नहीं कि एक अलग जगह पे जाकर के एक अलग चीज कर रहा हूँ. Every day was a good learning experience.
हुँ,
I learned how distribution sales happened.
हुँ,
I got to interact with a lot of consumers there. I learned from them
हुँ,
why they buy, how they buy. So everything that I had learned in my MBA,
हुँ।
that practical experience was happening now on the ground. So it was a good
पर ये तो गुड
time.
पार्ट हो गया, कुछ चैलेंजेस भी ज़रूर रहे होंगे।
Challenges bhi the, because uh, staying away from your family, cooking meals by yourself, taking a place on rent, living with people. First jab hum Delhi mein aaye the, तो we were like 4 or 5 individuals living in one room or one home. So those
स्टूडियो
were all,
अपार्टमेंट
yeah,
काइंड ऑफ अ थिंग।
studio apartment, yeah. So those were all different kind of experiences. मॉर्निंग में आई रिमेंबर कि जब हम ऑफिस जाते थे, तो ब्रेकफास्ट तो ऐसा कोई प्रोविजन होता नहीं था. तो देयर वाज दैट बेकरी शॉप वेयर एवरी डे वी यूज्ड टू बाय अ सैंडविच.
हुँ।
और वो मदर डेयरी का वो दूध का थैली होता था, वो मुंह से ही फाड़ के हम ऐसे ही पी लेते थे. तो या इनिशियल डेज वर लाइक दैट.
बैचलर्स वाले पूरे
बैचलर
मज़े लिए
लाइफ,
हैं।
एब्सोल्युटली.
सेल्स के पर्सपेक्टिव में क्या चैलेंजेस आपने फेस किया अमृतसर में? फर्स्ट फर्स्ट चैलेंजेस जब आपने जॉइन किया एंड हाउ डिड यू ओवरकम देम?
सो The first challenge that I faced was that we were working with a distributor who was a very large distributor, and he was obviously working with several other large brands. तो मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि वो हमारी ब्रांड को बहुत ज़्यादा
तवज्जो दे।
तवज्जो नहीं दे रहा है. तो फर्स्ट थिंग दैट आई डिड वाज वी मूव्ड टू अ डिफरेंट डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर who was who would go with me, who would meet dealers, understand their problems, do all kinds of reconciliations and all. So that was, I think, the first thing that I did, and that went in our favor, and we were able to do good sales of our products there.
सो फिर आपने इनालसा से शिफ्ट किया फ्रॉम इन विच कंपनी?
Samsung.
सैमसंग में व्हाट वाज योर जीडी?
So Samsung, I was based in Ghaziabad, and I was taking part of UP, and there the product line was absolutely different. I came from a product portfolio of juicer, mixer grinders, and food processors, and here I was selling televisions, and at that point in time there were these DLP TVs. Oh, bade flat TV was a in thing at that point in time. So so the learning curve was again going very high. Whether it was understanding of the products, whether it was understanding of a new brand, the way they work, because it was a Korean brand. So their softwares, the report system, everything else was very different. So the learning was very good in Samsung.
सो उसके बाद सैमसंग के बाद कहाँ पे शिफ्ट किया?
So before joining Samsung, for some time while I was in Inalsa, I was handling the marketing function also there. So when I was working with Samsung, Inalsa was bought over by another company. It was a Spanish company, and they took over the brand, and they wanted somebody who had a mixed experience of sales as well as marketing, and which is when they thought that I was a big fit. So this new company, they have a strategy of buying brands across the world and expanding the product portfolio of that brand, and then growing the brand. So they wanted to make Inalsa not just a food processor brand, but a brand which is known for all other appliances. So I joined them as a product head, which is where my product journey started. So we used to go to different sourcing hubs across the world, different factories, understanding of consumers कि इंडिया में लोगों को क्या चाहिए, क्या प्राइस पॉइंट पे कोई चीज़ बिक सकती है, कंपटीशन क्या कर रहा है, फैक्ट्रीज में जाना, वहाँ पे समझना कि क्या क्या प्रोडक्ट फीचर्स हम लोग लेकर के आ सकते हैं, क्या प्राइस पॉइंट पे लेके आ सकते हैं. So this 360-degree understanding of the product and the consumer, starting from the conceptualization of the product to the entire commercialization of the product, this entire journey I lived during those days in Inalsa, which really helped me a lot in the further career that I had.
So how many countries did you visit to do this study?
A lot of them, actually. China obviously is one of the major ones, and then Korea, Japan, some parts of Europe.
So Inalsa के बाद, I think there is where you met your co-founder, right?
Yeah, so in Inalsa, we used to work together. He was also part of the senior management.
So what's your story of your co-founder and you? How did you decided to meet hands?
So actually, after Inalsa, my co-founder also joined a different organization. He worked there for a lot of time, and then he started his own business. And during this time, I was also pursuing my other career. So I went to Home Shop 18, spent almost 10 years there. And then I was part of the India Today group for 2 years. And my last job was with Naptol.com, where I spent 5 years. So, but, all this while we always had, because our initial, वो पहला प्यार जिसको बोलते हैं ना, our first love was appliances. So we were talking and talking and talking, and we always wanted to do something in the appliances domain. And last year is the time when we actually, we thought that, okay, enough is enough. Let's do something now. And we decided to launch this brand.
Home Shop वगैरह आए थे उस टाइम पे, देखो quite very popular. Why do you think कि अब इतना ज़्यादा डिप आ गया है?
मुझे नहीं लगता कि डिप आया है. मुझे लगता है कि लोगों के खरीदने का तरीका बदल गया है. जो लोग पहले टीवी से या ई-कॉमर्स से या you know the way people are shopping has changed. If it was earlier home shop 18, today probably it is Instagram, right? People are, you keep getting all these advertisements and people keep shopping from Instagram. So video commerce hasn't died, I would say. It is just that the format has changed, because people today are spending more time on their mobile phones than on television sets.
प्लस व्हाट आर फील इज जो होम शॉप 18 या नापतोल जैसे ब्रांड से उनका मेन सेलिंग पॉइंट था वाज ह्यूज सेल्स, जो सेल्स मार्जिन रहते थे जो कहते थे, और अर्जेंसी सेल्स मार्जिन जैसे कि वो एड्रेस करते थे ऑडियंस को कि अभी खरीदिए तो आपको 99 रुपए में ये
Sure.
प्रोडक्ट मिल जाएगा, सारी चीजें। तो अब आई थिंक वो सब कुछ मीशो थोड़ा बहुत केटर करने लग गया है कि चीप प्रोडक्ट्स आपको वहां पे मिल जाएंगे बहुत
Right.
सस्ते प्राइजेस में, बहुत ह्यूज सेल्स और डिस्काउंट मार्जिन पे। सो डू यू थिंक कि ई कॉमर्स ने थोड़ा सा ये वीडियो कॉमर्स वाला काफी पार्ट ले भी लिया है? लाइक येस, पीपल आर देयर परचेजिंग फ्रॉम इंस्टाग्राम एंड एवरीथिंग, but majorly people prefer e-commerce websites more than video commerce websites.
See, the urgency part, अगर आप देखो तो Black Friday is an urgency part only, right? अभी you'll have a year in Maha sale, that will be an urgency part.
हाँ,
Then you'll have 25-26 जनवरी का 4 दिन का Maha sale, that will be an urgency part,
हाँ,
where every e-commerce platform or every retailer for that matter will be saying ये 4 दिन is the best price, right? So they are what they are trying to do. They are trying to create that urgency with the best prices that they can offer, right? And जहाँ पे वीडियो कॉमर्स की बात करते हैं, आप देखिए फेसबुक लाइव इज अ वीडियो प्लेटफॉर्म, राइट? अगर आप पहले अमेजोन पे जाते थे, आपको केवल पहले स्टैटिक्स दिखते थे, अब आपको हर प्रोडक्ट के अंदर वीडियो भी दिखता है। तो अल्टीमेटली what is that? It's video commerce only. You're showing the product in its entirety to the consumer कि ये प्रोडक्ट है, जो जितना आप कंज्यूमर को वर्चुअली प्रोडक्ट को अच्छे से समझा पाओ, उतना ही आपके सेल्स के चांसेस ज्यादा होते हैं।
ज्यादा। डेफिनेटली डेफिनेटली आई एग्री टू दिस, बट एक होता है ना, जैसे कि आपने बोला ऑडियंस शिफ्ट हो गई है, व्हाई डू यू थिंक देयर वाज दिस पर्टिकुलर शिफ्ट?
So shift one is that obviously TV is dying. So the TV viewership is going down, and the time that we spend today on mobile phone is far higher than what we spend on TV. Even today, people are watching, the soap opera and everything else on their mobile phone because there are apps, right? So वो जो TV shopping, because TV shopping में क्या है? It is not an appointment viewership. You would go to watch a serial at a particular time on any channel because you love that serial, right? Home shopping, how it works is that you go to a home shopping channel during the breaks to see what product is selling there. You would never go and start a home shopping channel. You would not open a home shopping channel on your mobile phone. It is it's a in between watching news or in between
Fillers.
watching the sports channel, you go to a home shopping channel, right? So with that TV going away and people focusing only with the apps, वो switch करना दूसरे channel पे has reduced.
So
Because
how they have changed themselves with this change, like the shift in audience and everything, how they have marketed themselves, like you said, you left Naptol last year, but still it's going good. So there should be a particular change now.
so earlier home shopping used to stick to only the television format. Now home shopping is also moving to television and mobile phone, Instagram, Meta formats as well. So I think that shift has really helped, because the same video which was available earlier on the TV channel is now available on the phone as well.
बहुत सारे लोगों को ये भी नहीं पता है कि आपने होम शॉप 18 में प्रोडक्ट रिव्यू भी किए हैं, प्रोडक्ट के बारे में डिस्क्रिप्शंस भी दिया है खुद शोज पर आके।
Yeah. So as I told you, मेरे को प्रोडक्ट्स के बारे में, उनकी टेक्नोलॉजी और
हाँ,
सब चीजें समझने में का बहुत शौक है।
हाँ,
तो initially when we started home shopping, this
हाँ,
home shop 18 channel, we had this format कि जिसमें एक मेल एंकर रहेगा, एक फीमेल एंकर रहेगी, और वो प्रोडक्ट को एक्सप्लेन करते हैं
हाँ जी,
और कस्टमर को पूरे बेनिफिट्स वगैरह वो सब समझा देते हैं। तो अप्लाइंसेस थोड़े से डिफिकल्ट प्रोडक्ट्स होते थे उस समय, हम चिमनीज, माइक्रोवेव, ये सब चीज़ें बेचते थे। तो दे सेड कि ये कुछ तो इसमें चेंज करो आप फॉर्मेट में। तो देन वी सेड कि ठीक है, एक फॉर्मेट चेंज करते हैं, विल गेट अ प्रोडक्ट एक्सपर्ट फॉर्मेट। तो इन अ लॉट ऑफ शोज आई यूज्ड टू गो एज अ प्रोडक्ट एक्सपर्ट, तो मैं एक्सप्लेन करता था कि चिमनी कैसे काम करती है, फिल्टर्स कैसे चेंज करने हैं, फिल्टर्स कैसे धोने हैं, माइक्रोवेव्स कैसे काम करते हैं, तो या दैट वाज इंटरेस्टिंग.
और पहली बार कैमरा फेस करके कैसा लगा था?
No, it was fun. It was fun.
इट्स
कोई
वाज
ऐसा
फन
या
कि वो तो पूरा लाइव चल रहा था, तो ऐसा नहीं हुआ कि
या
कभी कुछ गलत बोल दूं तो क्या हो जाए?
सो वहाँ पे ये होता था कि यू नो वी यूज्ड टू हैव अ टॉक बैक. सो
हाँ।
अगर कुछ इफ देयर इज समथिंग दैट हैज गॉट मिस्ड आउट, सो द प्रोड्यूसर यूज्ड टू प्रॉम्प्ट कि ये पॉइंट आपका रह गया है करके. बट या अगर कुछ गलत ऑनलाइन चला गया तो वो तो चला गया, फिर उसका कुछ नहीं कर सकते.
सो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद योर एयरलक्स जर्नी। सबसे पहले जैसे कि आपने कितने टाइम का ब्रेक लिया जॉब से टू डिसाइड टू गेट इनटू एयरलक्स?
So I resigned from Naptol in July
Hmm.
2024. We registered this company, Airlux International Private Limited. And then one thing that happened was that there was this government, BIS was made mandatory on the personal care appliances. So we had to take license for this. So that took us a little time. But thankfully now all of our products are BIS approved. And so that gives us a lot of confidence. When a government agency certifies your product, and an agency as good as Bureau of Indian Standards, so we have that confidence कि हमारे every product that we have is fulfilling all safety standards.
सो बहुत लोगों को जो न्यू बिजनेस स्टार्ट करना चाहते हैं ना, ये नहीं पता कि कैसे अप्लाई करें इन सारी लाइसेंसेस के लिए, क्या क्या प्रोसीजर रहते हैं, क्या क्या डॉक्यूमेंट्स की ज़रूरत पड़ती है। तो अगर वो आप बडिंग एंटरप्रेन्योर्स को बता सके तो उनके लिए भी बहुत अच्छा रहेगा।
So frankly speaking, जब हमें BIS के लिए अप्लाई करना था, तो मुझे भी बहुत ज़्यादा घबराहट थी कि फर्स्ट टाइम गोइंग इनटू अ गवर्नमेंट सेटअप फॉर समथिंग लाइक अ लाइसेंस. आपको सुनते ही एक घबराहट सी हो जाती है कि कुछ आपको लाइसेंस चाहिए, कहीं आपका प्रोडक्ट फेल हो गया, कुछ हो गया, खराब हो गया, तो आप कैसे करोगे. बट व्हेन आई वेंट टू द BIS ऑफिस, trust me, the process was so seamless. And the people there were so helpful. The gentleman whom I met, it was lunchtime actually. I got stuck in traffic, and by the time I reached, it was lunchtime. So that gentleman actually skipped his lunch, as in he delayed his lunch. He explained me everything over his laptop कि ये हमारी वेबसाइट है, आप यहाँ जाइए, यहाँ पे आप लॉग इन कीजिए, यहाँ से आपको पूरी डिटेल्स मिल जाएंगी. And today everything is online. You don't need to go to any consultants, you don't need to go to any जो भी बीच के लोग होते हैं, you directly go to the portals. Every information is there. You can pay fees directly. The only thing is you need to meet the compliance. So if BIS needs you to set up a laboratory in your factory, you have to do that. But that is for your own benefit, because when you're doing production, you need to get each and every product tested in your own laboratory. So it is for your own benefit कि आपको एक confidence रहेगा कि आपका हर product आपकी खुद की factory में tested है. Or then when it goes to the consumer, then you have repeat buying, because the failure rate is much lower.
Definitely. So the procedure goes like you go to their website, then you log in, then you register some fees, you pay some
Right.
fees,
Yes.
and then उसके बाद वो लोग आते हैं या आप लोग उनके पास जाते हैं products test करवाने के लिए? What is
so BIS में you first need to set up a BIS lab. So depending on which category you are applying, there is a list of machinery that you need to buy, and then you need to make a BIS lab in your factory, and then there is an inspection, and you need to hire an engineer who can manage your laboratory and all. So the engineer will come, and the BIS inspector, and then he will test your equipment, your knowledge, your setup, your production facility, and everything, and only then they will issue a license to you. And then there are multiple laboratories. These are private as well as owned by BIS as well. And you can submit your products and get a test report and submit that to the BIS.
तो जब इंस्पेक्टर आए थे तो आप थे उस टाइम पे
हाँ,
प्रेजेंट?
मैं था.
तो उन्होंने क्या क्या सवाल पूछा आपसे अभी
उन्होंने
प्रोडक्ट
बहुत सारे
रिलेटेड?
टेक्निकल क्वेश्चंस पूछे. और उस समय मुझे बहुत अच्छा लग रहा था कि all these years my technical knowledge of all the factories and the products बहुत काम आई उस समय.
डेफिनेटली. सो एयरलक्स कैसे नाम डिसाइड हुआ?
So when we wanted to launch this brand, we wanted a brand which, uh, you know, which defines convenience, which defines ease of use, you know, which defines freedom, which defines quality, which defines premiumness. You know, today, if you look at the Indian consumer, we are evolving very fast, you know, and when it comes to personal, you know, personal care or personal grooming, I think now is the time when we are most you know, particular about us looking, you know, good, especially the younger generation who are, you know, Insta savvy and Snapchat and all these, you know, new you know, modes of communication. Everybody wants to look their best, right? So and आप मार्केट में भी अगर देख लीजिए आज की डेट में जिम्स, नेल पार्लर्स एंड सलोन्स, आई थिंक हर दूसरी तीसरी दुकान जो होती है वो या तो सलोन होती है या नेल पार्लर होती है, और या फिर यू नो द नंबर ऑफ जिम्स टुडे दैट वी हैव इन एनी लोकेलिटी इज फार हायर देन व्हाट इट यूज्ड टू बी, यू नो, सम टाइम बैक. So the consumer is changing, the preferences are changing. So Airlux, with air, we think air is freedom, air is, you know, peace of mind, air is you know, calm, dependability, and lux is premiumness, quality, all of that. So therefore the word Airlux. Also, we wanted a brand which doesn't restrict us to a particular category. You know, tomorrow if you want to expand this to any other category, it's a brand which can grow with us, and we can go with the brand. So yeah, so that is how Airlux.
मुझे ना हमेशा से एक कंफ्यूजन रहा है एयरलक्स को लेके, प्रोनाउंसिएशन, वेदर इट इज एयर ल्यूक्स और इट इज एयरलक्स.
So we call it Airlux.
ठीक है, आज क्लियर हो गया. सो एयरलक्स के अंदर कौन कौन से प्रोडक्ट्स हैं अभी?
So we have trimmers, we have shavers, we have callus removers, multi grooming sets, and we have hair dryers, and we are adding some hair colors and, you know, more hair
रिलेटेड
products.
तो मैं एक क्वेश्चन सॉरी पूछना चाहती हूँ आपसे. आपकी जैसे कि बहुत सारी कैटेगरीज में ट्रिमर्स एंड ऑल है, ट्रिमर बट आप यूज तो कर नहीं सकते, तो
Okay, so yeah, coming from a Sikh religion, I don't use trimmers and shavers, obviously. But I think you know, that has been a strength, frankly, rather than a crutch, because being a Sikh, what my religion teaches me is you know, clarity of thought. My religion teaches me discipline, and my religion teaches me sense of responsibility, right? So all these things which are imbibed in me as a Sikh, I practice in my business, right? And I think not using my own product, not all of them but few of them, also prevents me from I call it a founder's you know, dilemma, because as a founder sometimes we get carried away by some products that you like, right? So if I were using my product and if I like a product, it's a possibility that, you know, the consumers might not like, because it's your personal, you know, liking and disliking. And usually founders push their personal likings and dislikings to their consumers. कि मुझे अच्छा लग रहा है तो ये मैं लॉन्च करता हूँ because अच्छा दूसरों को भी अच्छा लगेगा. What I practice is that I get those products tested by several other individuals and listen to them, what is their experience, you know, so that what is being wanted by or liked by others is something which I would like to launch for my consumers.
Definitely.
And not what I personally like.
Definitely, and I think that's the strength of Airlux. Ki you are catering your customers, you are listening to your customers. Going on to pricing, how did you decide to price your product and why?
We want to keep our products affordable, but at the same times we don't want our products to be the cheapest, because we are a very quality conscious brand, and we want to get a good quality product for our consumers, and a good quality might not come at a very cheap price.
Definitely.
And I think today the consumer is ready for a quality which is long lasting, which is something that they want to use and which gives them that ease of use, right? So we want to be in that space where we don't want to be very expensive, that our products cannot be afforded by most of the consumers, but at the same time we want to offer a very good quality product.
Definitely. So, moving on to my next question regarding this, you are running in an industry जहाँ पे competitors बहुत बड़े बड़े हैं. Like there is Philips, there is Dyson. You're making products who are better than theirs. But वो चीज़ को आप market कैसे करोगे कि आपके product actually में उनसे better हैं, उनसे अच्छे हैं, price point एक affordability है और ये सारा चीज़ वो आप कैसे कर रहे हैं अभी?
So our first touch point with our consumers is obviously e-commerce. We've tried to convey
Hmm.
what the product delivers through
Hmm.
our product pages on Amazon through various videos and all. We're also trying to reach out to consumers through influencers. So that is what our marketing strategy is. We have recently also started meta ads and all. So that's how we want to reach out to the consumer. Your point that we're competing with large brands in this personal care space, I think there is one very large brand which is Philips. अगर हम Philips को छोड़ देते हैं तो उसके बाद जो space है उसमें there are too many brands, but none of them is actually a core appliance brand, because there was no second or third or fourth brand. A lot of these FMCG brands have got into this space, jinka core is maybe beard oils, beard creams, perfumes. That's their core business. But because nobody else was occupying the second, third, fourth position, in the last 2-3 years, a lot of these brands have entered this space. We want to be a core focused personal appliance company, and that is what will differentiate us, because our products will speak for themselves. Eventually, I think it is all word of mouth. When I talk to some of my consumers, the reviews that I get, when I see the Amazon's choice tag on the products, it reinforces that there's something which is right about the brand and the product.
Do you get mostly orders from males or females?
So current portfolio is more of male centric. So the portfolio is more skewed towards male. Women products, we've just launched our first hair dryer, which is again it's got a BLDC motor, which is a new latest technology in the hair dryers. It's called brushless DC motor. So I mean, I'm sure that in coming times our share with the women consumers will also increase.
Definitely. So as you said, it is a latest model. Can you please tell me कि बाकी products में और इस वाले product में क्या थोड़ा सा difference है?
One is that we call it RPM, rotation per minute of this motor, is far higher than the traditional hair dryers. This hair dryer, the motor runs at a speed of 110,000 rotations per minute. So it's like a jet engine.
अच्छा.
It's that fast.
मतलब कि अगर मेरे बाल गीले हैं और मैं हेयर ड्राई करने लगी आपके प्रोडक्ट के साथ, तो कितनी देर में मेरे बाल सूख जाएंगे?
तो अगर आपका ट्रेडिशनल हेयर ड्रायर से अगर आपके बाल 10 मिनट में सूखेंगे तो इससे 5 मिनट में या 4 मिनट में सूख जाएंगे.
That's a huge margin gap.
Yes. So these are very high efficient products. And at the same time, the life of the product is longer. The accessories that we give with this product, they're all very technologically thought accessories. So it's a very different product. You just need to experience it to know.
Okay. So have your wife or your daughter tried these products?
Yeah, definitely. They are one of my consumers who who give me feedback about the product.
Earlux को भी start हुए 3 months ही हुए हैं. What are your plans for it in future? क्या और products आने वाले हैं?
So right now we would like to focus on the current set of products and build these products based on the learnings that we are getting from the consumers. So whatever feedback that we're getting from the consumers, we would like to evolve this current portfolio in a manner that even if there is anything and everything that we can do for the consumer and add some, either it is if it is in the form of an accessory or if it is in the form of some blade or something, any feedback that we're getting, we are going to, the next set of these products are going to be version 2.0, which will incorporate all everything that we've maybe left, if there is
Hmm.
anything that we've left out,
Hmm.
we'd like to do that and make these products first successful, and
Hmm.
have more and more consumers
Hmm.
use them, get a positive word of mouth about the brand.
Hmm.
And then we will think of obviously our women portfolio needs expansion, so there we will be working on some products.
Okay. What about marketing strategies? What marketing strategies are you planning to employ in your business?
So right now we are only advertising on these e-commerce channels, like
Hmm.
Amazon has their
Hmm.
own advertising
Hmm.
platforms, Flipkart has its own advertising
Hmm.
platform. So on this side we're using them, and on our own website we're using Meta
Hmm.
to advertise our products, and plus influencers.
Hmm. तो सबसे पहले अमेजोन और फ्लिपकार्ट की बात करें तो जो आप ये एडवर्टाइजिंग फी पे करते हो, इज इट फ्रूटफुल?
See, when you are a new brand, obviously, because you don't have much ratings, the
Hmm.
consumers don't know too much about the product. It is very difficult for you to convert a consumer into a sale,
Hmm.
because there is no background. Even
Hmm.
as a consumer, when we go to buy something on Amazon, we tend to buy products which have got larger ratings, which are, you would see 5 rating, 4 rating, at
Hmm.
least 4+.
Hmm.
But when there is a product which doesn't have a sale history,
Hmm.
then you would be skeptical. You would rather buy something which is there.
Hmm.
But for us, thankfully, the consumers have been kind enough to be ordering us,
Hmm.
and it is heartening to see good ratings, healthy ratings on our products. But yes, to coming back to your question, initially the ROI, or the ECOS was
Hmm.
not as per expectation,
Hmm.
but we are hopeful that with more and more ratings and positive ratings coming in,
Hmm.
people writing positive things about the brand,
Hmm.
we will definitely be
Definitely.
there.
If I compare Amazon with Flipkart, what do you think is better?
Uh, Both platforms have their own pros and cons,
Hmm.
but for us, right now, Amazon is working better than Flipkart.
Going to Meta ads, like for Meta ads, how is it working for you? अभी क्योंकि बहुत सारे change हो गए हैं Meta में. There is Andromeda, AI versions implicated हो गए हैं वहाँ पे. Even now you can select the buying capacity of your audience, like आप tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 ये सब कुछ select कर सकते हो already. So have you tried these kind of features?
Yes, we have.
Hmm.
We've just started doing Meta ads, so we're in the process of making our
Hmm.
videos for
Hmm.
all our products.
Hmm.
But the first 3 products that we've already tried, we've got a lot of learnings from those products. Good thing about the AI feature of Meta is that as soon as they see that something is working well with their consumers,
Hmm.
they give you a boost,
Hmm.
right? So it is, I would say that as a brand,
Hmm.
if there is something which is not working for you, you should try something else and leave it, because if something doesn't work initially, it will never work.
Hmm.
Sometimes we think कि इस पे थोड़ा और पैसा लगा के देखते हैं, शायद चल जाए,
Hmm.
कुछ और ऑडियंस चेंज करके देखते हैं, या मल्टीपल थिंग्स. But my experience has been that if something hasn't worked initially, it will never work,
Hmm.
unless you do a completely different strategy. But if something works, then Meta stands by you, and they will proliferate
Hmm.
that ad to their consumer.
Why do you think कि in particularly आजकल कोई भी brand ambassador, as you yourself said, या फिर models को hire नहीं करता है for their campaigns and they go to influencers rather than that?
See, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि when you hire a model or when you hire an actor,
Hmm.
uh, though there is a huge fan following for
Hmm.
that actor or that model, but the consumer still feels that जो जिस actor को आप as a brand face ले रहे हो,
Hmm.
obviously the consumer knows that the brand has paid a lot of money to
Hmm.
this actor, and that is why this actor is
Hmm.
telling 1, 2, 3, 4 about this brand.
Consumers have become smarter.
That's true.
Huh.
But when you go to an influencer,
Hmm.
the influencer has a set of fan following, right?
Hmm.
And the influencer will never tell anything which is not good for the consumer, because उसकी अपनी खुद की जो reputation है वो
हाँ जी,
stake पे है.
हाँ जी, हाँ
तो
जी.
अगर influencer कोई भी चीज किसी brand के बारे में अच्छी बोल रहा है, तो उसको मालूम है कि अगर ये मेरे जो फॉलोअर्स हैं अगर इसको खरीदेंगे और अगर वो क्रॉस चेक करेंगे जो मैंने बोला है तो देयर हैज टू बी अ सिंक बिटवीन दैट so that is why that kind of advertising is more credible, so that's why more and more brands are now going to that more credible form of advertising than just paying huge money and getting to a large actor or something like that.
Now we would like to ask you some fun questions. कि अगर आपको आज 1 करोड़ रुपए मिले और आपको कोई न्यू बिजनेस स्टार्ट करना है तो वो बिजनेस क्या होगा और क्यों?
Okay, so I think other than the personal care, another domain that is catching up very fast is the home fitness domain. So I think if I were to put more money on that, that'll be the next bet.
So if you want to choose somebody for your brand ambassador, who would it be and why?
I think I'd choose somebody who's very credible, who people believe in him, and who genuinely talks about the product which he believes in. One name that comes to my mind is Pankaj Tripathi. I think he's a face which people feel is very credible.
So one thing you want to change in this world, what would it be?
I think we are spoiling our planet. If I were to change anything, I would want to change global warming. I would want to change pollution. I would want to change unhealthy food. Uh, make world a better place. So that we can enjoy life more.
ओके, लास्टली बस मुझे आपसे एक चीज़ चाहिए कि हमारी ऑडियंस को कुछ भी मैसेज आप देना चाहते हैं, बडिंग एंटरप्रेन्योर्स को कुछ भी मैसेज देना चाहते हैं, यू कैन जस्ट कन्वे योर मैसेज टू देम.
Okay, I would want to tell everyone that live your dream, right? अगर आपने अपने लिए कुछ सोचा है, अगर आपको लगता है कि आपके पास कोई आइडिया है और आप उसको ट्राई करना चाहते हो, डोंट वेट फॉर एनीथिंग, जस्ट डू इट. बिकॉज अपने आइडिया को जीना और उसको सक्सेसफुल होते हुए देखना, आई थिंक उससे बड़ी कोई खुशी आपको जिंदगी में नहीं मिल सकती. सो टू ऑल द एंटरप्रेन्योर्स, आई थिंक live your dream, go ahead, don't be afraid of anything. If you have conviction in yourself, things will start falling in place automatically by itself. वो शाहरुख खान का एक वो है ना कि अगर आप शिद्दत से कुछ अगर चाहो तो पूरी कायनात उसको to make it happen, it just aligns, the stars will align by themselves, so go for it.
That's very nice to know, Inder. Thank you for giving this मैसेज टू ऑल आवर ऑडियंस. एंड मैं ऑनेस्टली बताऊं यार, पर्सनल केयर के बारे में आपसे इतना जान के एंड सारी चीज़ों के बारे में, प्रोडक्ट के बारे में, हाउ यू स्टडीड योर प्रोडक्ट एंड हाउ यू आर वर्किंग ऑन एयर लक्स इज रियली वेरी नाइस. आई होप द बेस्ट सक्सेस कमिंग or maybe dollars now as you have registered yourself globally coming your way.
Thank you so much for having me here. Thank you very much.
Okay.